All right, so we just
All
gonna keep
right.
this one simple. We just gonna talk about the girls that's on this draft board, right?
Okay. Okay.
We gonna talk about the girls that's above 6 foot
Okay.
on this draft board. Let's go backwards and come forward. Is this no? She's 5'10". So who did I see? I saw right here, Sundell. So this is a point guard. We could judge them by three criteria: the
Mhm.
PR here, and I'll explain that in a second. Well,
Three.
we need people to play on the wing and hit a three, right? So we're gonna judge them by
Mhm.
this right here. This got to be close to 40. It's got to be above 35%. So 37, 38% is where I need this to be. And then let me
Mm.
explain this right here. This is important. This stat right here
Mhm.
means the shot you attempt from three, right? So for instance, let's just say this is 40%. That's amazing, right? You make 40% of your threes. But let's just say this is only 10%. That means you only take 10% of your shots from the three. Most of your shots come from inside the arc. So I don't care about how many threes you take if you hardly take them. So
Right.
let's say this three. Let's say this is instead of 10%. Let's say this is 50% now. This is telling me that you take half of your shots from the 3 point line. So that's going to tell me how much I really care about your percentage, right? If you take half your shots from the 3 point line and your percentage is good, then I care. But if you take half your shots from the 3 point line and you got low percentage, you can't shoot. You get what I'm saying? So you
I
got to
got you.
we gonna pay attention to 3 point attempt. That's a mean attempt. 3 point attempt rate, 3 point percentage, and a PR. This PR is a pretty good one. So basically, to break it down in simple terms, y'all can look it up for yourselves if y'all want a real deep dive in a PR. I don't really love the PR, but it's something. Like all stats is like a glimpse. Is like it just gives you a piece of the puzzle. PR is player efficiency rating, and basically it's basically a list of numbers that you want to kind of be above 15. Above 15 or 15 means you're an average player in the NBA. Not
Right.
special. It just means you average. Below 15 means you below average. Above 15, like 16, 17, 20 means you were slightly above average player, right? 20, if you in the 20s, like 22, 23, 24, that means you're a good player, right? Getting close to maybe all-star. And
Mhm.
then the higher you go from there, 25 to 30, whatever the case may be, that means you're getting into that all-star, one of the top players. So she's at a 28, which is not bad. 28 means that she's playing pretty well for her team. So, but I don't like her 3 point percentage or her 3 point attempt rate. But
So
you know,
you don't look at total field goal percentage. You don't take that into account.
yeah, I do. But in this particular one, the reason why I'm focusing on this is I'm looking at
Cause
the
he
sky,
looking for a
and
wing.
I'm thinking about what the sky is gonna need. The sky is gonna need a 6 foot person to play on a perimeter. Be well, what's up, brother? Play on that wing. Play on that wing on a
Mhm.
perimeter. So what I'm gonna need you to do if you in that position is I'm gonna need you to catch and shoot threes. I don't care if you put the ball on the floor. Sometimes Michaela do that. Sometimes if you drive and you finish at the rim, but I'm gonna need you to space the floor. One of the biggest issues we had last year was floor spacing. So if you can't
Mhm.
space the floor, regardless if you can have a great field goal percentage, but if they all at the rim, I don't know how you're gonna help the sky,
Right.
right? So
I agree.
that's
All right.
Serena Sundown. This is the one I've been raving about.
That's.
This is the one I've been telling y'all about. I love this girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look at first of all, 42% from three, right?
Mhm.
What I say. And then we look at her attempt rate. She takes 62% of her shots from the 3 point line. That's amazing. I want somebody she shoot over 50% of her shots from three. And she shoot them at a 42% rate, right? I don't know. I just think the numbers speak for themselves. You know what I mean? She's 6 foot.
I wonder
Um,
why they not talking about her a lot. Is it because?
so she's not on a ranked team. She's on Utah. She plays for Utah. She doesn't play on
Mhm.
a ranked team, and she's not just it's players like she's not Sonya Cintron, right? It's players better than her to take. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So if she's
Gotcha.
on the board and Sonya's on the board, I'll take Sonya, right?
Mhm.
But if Sonya is gone and I have to take her, I'm not mad. That's me. Everybody
Okay.
different. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I got you.
But she's the leading scorer for Utah right now. She played with Alyssa Peely when Alyssa Peely was there, so it was that 1-2 punch. Um, I like Gianna Kneepkens. I'm the only person talking about it though. But I was the only a few months ago, before the season started, before anybody got to see her play, I was the only person talking about Olivia Miles, right? Or one of the only people. I was one of the only people talking about Sonya Cintron at one point. Now everybody talking about him. So listen, I'm gonna keep talking about Gianna Kneepkens until I feel like, you know what I mean, there's a reason why I shouldn't. I also like Sanaya Rivers. That's the person I first was talking about, but I don't know. She hasn't
That's
really
who
played
I
to her
want.
potential. That's who I want
I
too.
want Rivers.
But she gotta. I don't want her just off her name. I want her because of how she plays, and right now she hasn't been playing for me to say we should take her. But this girl has, so I'm gonna give her some credit. Even when you look at her defense, I prefer to see this. I kind of look at this a lot. I prefer to see this as 5 or above. She was at 5. It dropped a little bit to 4.3. But this tells me, are you terrible on defense or not? So like somebody like AZ Fudd, this is like a 2. You get what I'm saying? Somebody like Sonya Cintron, this is somewhere like a 7. It's like a 7.
Gotcha.
Something like that. We're gonna see. We're gonna take a look at it. But just to
Okay.
show you the range of, how that works. So hers, I'm not mad at it at 4.3. It's around 5. That tells me she's an average defender at 4.3.
Okay.
But I really look, you see her height, she's 6 foot tall, she can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like she fit really good next to a Kennedy Carter. Layla,
What team she play for again?
she played
I'm
for
gonna go.
Utah. She plays for Utah.
Okay.
Look, check her out. Layla Filia. Layla Filia is a solid player, but I don't know. She's the best way, and I hate to say this about a player, but the best way to say it, she's a disappointment. Like she's not playing up to her potential. She's a defensive player, at least she's supposed to be, and she's a solid wing player, but she's not. I don't know. She struggles. She struggles a lot. If you look at her 3-point percentage, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible 3-point percentage. She's shooting it solidly, just below 50%, but she's not hitting nothing. And then defensively, like I said, if you're supposed to be this defensive player, I want to see this high. When we get to Sonya Cintron and we get to Sanaya Rivers, you're gonna see this DPM a lot higher than this. So that gives you an idea of what what that takes into account.
She's not playing well right now.
She's one of those players that's fault. I think her stock is dropping.
Yeah.
Her stock is dropping. Yeah, she should have never transferred, like you said, Lisa, from Michigan. But even on Michigan, her stock was dropping in Michigan. She wasn't playing that well. So she just playing worse in Texas.
Okay. And then
Maddie Westbell. Shout out to my brother Brass Tax. My brother Brass Tax loves Maddie Westbell, and I ain't mad at him. Maddie Westbell is a really good player. Maddie Westbrook is one of them hybrid players that could play the 3 or the 4. So because we have Angel, she'll probably play the 3. She's sort of like a similar. I'm not saying she got the same game because Satu is a beast, but she's sort of like a Satu type of player. Maybe not as good, but like that type of build. And this is her last year's numbers because she hasn't played a game this year. She's hurt. But so this shows you what she did last year.
Right.
36% from 3, which is not bad. This I don't like. This attempt rate, she's not attempting that many shots from 3. So that's why I said that's why this is important to me, because you'll look at this and be like, oh, okay, that's good, 36%. But what's good with 36% if you're not really shooting the shot?
Right.
That's not gonna help us. We need somebody that's willing to take that shot. Zoe, what's up? What's up, Brody? The link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up? Anybody want to come up to our basketball?
Peace, Prince. Peace, be well.
But yes, be well. So again, I like Maddie, and she's better. Put it to you like this: Maddie is better than what these numbers are showing. She's better than this. So this is just low numbers for her, but she can shoot that 3.
She can rise her stock as the season.
Exactly. If she start playing, who knows when she's gonna come back? But so these are hilarious. And then look, I forgot to take a look at the PR. We're gonna go back 22 PR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brooklyn, you put this list together, or this is another site
Nah,
or something?
this is just the
Just Kathon has a
this is
link to the players'
right, but
stats.
this is just the mock draft list, bro. This is people that's available to come out in the draft or might come out in the draft. And I'm just looking at the people that's 6 feet and taller that could play the 3. If you 6 feet and taller and you could only play the 4, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at people
Gotcha.
who could play the 3, either a 3-4 or a 2-3 type of player. You know what I mean? Or even a point guard. There's some point guards out there that's above 6 foot. I'm looking at them too. Anybody who could play the 3, we looking at their numbers and we seeing what they can do at that position. Because again, when we start talking about the Sky, we got a dominant big inside. We know she want to get most of her points in the paint. Angel is diversifying her game. We already know Angel's still going to get points in the paint. That's Angel Reese. But she's diversifying her game. She's going to be able to shoot the mid-range now. She's going to be taking more of the 3, right? We already know we keep Kennedy. We should keep Kennedy. Jeff, do the right thing.
Right.
Kennedy is another 3-level scorer. She's going to be in the paint. She's going to be in the mid-range. I think she's going to shoot more 3s next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then our point guard is going to shoot 3s and at the rim. 3s and at the rim. So we want a wing player that's gonna. I don't mind if you again. I don't mind. I'm not saying you can only shoot 3s. I don't mind if you go in there at the rim and get your buckets. But we need you to be able to stretch the floor when Kennedy is going. When we got Camilla, Angel going, we need somebody to be able to shoot that ball, and we need somebody to be able to play defense. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm looking at these numbers. Her PR isn't terrible, but it isn't great. 22. You know what I mean? That's
Well, I wouldn't look at them like playing with Angel and playing with Carmella. I would look at them more like showing up the bench, like building
depending
building a
on
5 for the bench. You know what I mean?
depending on who, I agree with you. Depending on who we get, I do feel like there'll be bench players. But depending on, like, if we get, to me, my opinion, obviously, if we get a Sonya Cintron, she's starting. She's not coming off the bench. And to me, if we get a
I don't
Gianna,
think Sonya. I don't think she's starting, bro.
I
Who
think
she
she's
starting
starting.
over? Who she starting over?
Her only competition is Michaela.
It's Michaela Monroe.
Michaela is way stronger. She's more established.
Okay.
They're working with her. Tyler's working with her to be like the next Jackie Young.
Listen, Uncle Jay, if you've been watching me,
training camp.
hey, listen, Uncle Jay, if you've been watching me, I don't argue with people's perspectives, right? Like I argue if we put something on the table, pause, and we start saying, yo, this is this or this is that, I argue that. But if you telling me that's how you feeling, if you feeling like she's not gonna start, I can't argue that. That's
no,
how
I want to know why you think she would start. That's all. I'm not debating.
Because she a problem. Oh, like, what are you talking about?
Michaela played 3 positions, bro. 3 positions.
Michaela is not as good as Sonya, bro. I'm just talking about overall scorer player. She can't fuck with Sonya Cintron, bro. If Michaela was on respectfully, I say respectfully because she a pro. If Michaela was on Notre Dame right now, she'd be coming off the bench, bro.
Well, first of all, let's pump our brakes because we got to see if Sonya game translates.
It does. I could tell you right now. I could listen. I got the eye test for basketball. Her game translates to the W.
Brooklyn, you say that. Mabry was on that team with Olivia and them, and Mabry was the 3rd option.
Yeah, but like when I look, well, Mabry.
It was the 3rd option.
Mabry is a hard player.
Option.
Listen, I think Mabry is a bench player, so her being the 3rd option, I don't really see no issue with that. I think Mabry is a really good bench player.
All right. Yeah,
But again, that's just different perspectives. But I wasn't even finished. I was gonna say 2 players. So Sonya is one, and I feel like another one that's gonna start to me is because of her skill set and what she brings and what we need as a team is gonna be Gianna Kneepkens. I feel like she starts if she's picked. A lot of other players and also Sanaya Rivers. And again, that's if Sanaya Rivers is playing to the ability I believe she can play at. Out of those 3 players, I think everybody else, if we pick them, might come off the bench. So I agree with you. But those 3 players, Sanaya Rivers, Sonya Cintron, and Gianna Kneepkens, because of their height, right? All 6 feet. Defense, we already know Sonya Cintron and Sanaya Rivers, who's the best defender out of all of them, is Sanaya Rivers. We know what they're going to do on the perimeter, right? Quick, move their feet. And then offensively, all could shoot. Sanaya Rivers being the one that's a little lagging a little bit behind the other two offensively right now. Hopefully she could pick that up. But all three of them gives us what we need, and I feel like if we pick all three of those players, they have to start because they fill a direct need for us. Outside of those three, you're probably right. The other players might come off the bench that we mentioned it. But I don't even think we getting these players. I'm just going over them. Like I feel like again, I feel like I don't feel like Layla Filia has a chance to. I don't feel like she even got a chance. We just talking about them for content purposes or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be what the names we mentioned, Uncle Jay. It's gonna be a Sanaya Rivers. You know, if Olivia's not there, it's probably gonna be a Sonia Citron. Gianna Kneepkens is my pick. I don't even know if this guy got their eyes on her. That's who I'm saying that I feel like she could really probably be valuable for us, but for what she do offensively. You tell me, you're gonna look her up. And again, it's just my perspective. You might look up and say Brooklyn 9. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? It's just how I look. It's just what I see.
No, I'm gonna check it out. I appreciate a different name, you know what I mean?
You know,
Rather than
all the
these
same names, shit.
Yeah, same names all the time.
Let me
What
go
about
back real quick.
Go back up.
So we looked at that's Haley.
Haley. Yeah.
So we looked at Serena. Serena's PR was 28, right? And then Gianna's PR was 29, right? They close to that 30, which is not bad. LaFilia PR 14. What I said, 15 means you an average player. Below 15 means you below average. She barely average. She's a barely average player. That's what that PR is telling you.
Yeah, we can click, but you can go and get off.
Exactly. Maddie Westbelt 22, right? So
she PR is 22.
Not that great.
No.
Right? And then let's talk about let's see what Shania Sellers is giving us. So 33% from three. I don't like it, me personally. But look, but I really don't like this. This is not somebody I want on my team, respectfully. You know, I know a lot of people trying to say her name because she's 6'2". So a lot of people saying her name now. I'm good.
Is she the point guard for Maryland, right?
Yeah, she the PG senior. And then these numbers don't look. I guarantee you, if we look at her freshman and sophomore, I guarantee they look similar to this.
Her defense don't look too good per the numbers.
Yeah, she got 5 assists a game though, and she played with Angel before.
Yeah, she did, but I don't know. She don't impress me. Me personally, you know, if you like her, you like her. She don't really impress me.
No, I don't like her.
Yeah, right. Yeah, her field goal percentage is 47%, but she's not. Yeah, we ain't gonna get no 3-point shooting out of her.
Man, that's
not at all.
That's Cheyenne Sellers. She's 6'2". Sanaya Rivers. Let's talk about her. This is who I want us to get. This would be my top pick if she was playing like she's supposed to be playing, right? Defensive box minus. I don't like this for her only because I know she got more potential than that. But this is not bad for a wing. 5.5 is solid defense. That means she's playing solid. Her PR is only 20. That means she's not playing that great this year.
She's stuck at threes.
Her threes only. This is why I can't say her name, Uncle. That's what I'm saying. I want to be like Sanaya Rivers and don't say nothing else. But the way she playing, I can't do that. I can't do it. 29% is terrible. And then look, she hardly taking them. And which is weird is if you look at the reason why I love Sanaya Rivers, if you look at her body type, she got a WNBA body already in college. She already got a grown woman body. And then if you look at her form of her shot, it's not a bad form. So I really don't know. It's a mental thing with her. I really don't know what's going on with her.
But you know what, Brooke? If she's got a WNBA body right now, you just said that out your own mouth, right?
Yeah.
She should be dominating.
Exactly. She's not. She's not. When I look at her and I look at Isaiah James, even Zoe Brooks, right? They point guard. Zoe Brooks is 5'10". Isaiah James is 5'9". She's 6'1". And I feel like all three of them, they should have a similar Notre Dame type game. right? Because they should be dominating. If I'm Olivia Miles is 5'10". If I'm 5'10", Zoe Brooks, I'm coming down. I'm bigger than most people. I'm bullying. I'm doing what I want, right? We already know what Isaiah James could do. Nobody's questioning Isaiah. Isaiah is nice. She's WNBA ready offensively, skill wise. So we know what she could do at the 2, and then we all love Sinai Rivers. So the fact that they're not dominating is weird to me. That shit is weird.
Yeah.
They even got Madison Hayes, who's solid at the 4, right? And I don't really know what they big could do. I don't really know how good they big is, but I think it's a solid big. But when you look at that team, they really should be dominating more than they are, and they not. It's weird. It might be the coach. I don't know. I don't know what the problem. Maybe that's some. Hey, Zoe, deep dive into NC State. Tell us.
I don't know what's going on.
But
With
maybe they got
Rivers.
caught. They got caught by the good teams early too. They played a lot of good teams real early, so that could be the case too. They weren't able to.
But they supposed to be a good team too. So I don't know how much of that I'm But you're right. I've heard that too.
State was ranked. Are they still ranked? They were ranked.
No, you know what's funny? They was ranked. They lost their ranking and they got it back.
Right.
They got it back. So,
yeah,
but that's Sinai Rivers. Her numbers don't look great, but I love Sinai Rivers. I love what she brings to the table, especially defensively. But she got to play better, and until she plays better, Gianna Kneepkens is my pick. That's where I'm going with it. All right, so this one we don't have much to go on because this is a European player. Yeah, she's 6 foot, small forward. But I saw some highlights from her. I think I might have closed them out. Do I have them up? I might have to pull them back up. I saw some highlights from her, and she looked pretty solid overseas, but
it's hard to evaluate.
I don't know exactly. I don't know how much you're gonna trust overseas play. Right? Let's pull up.
I don't know how much you can trust it.
HASA.
To be honest with you, I'm not really wild about none of these people. To be honest with you.
Check out Gianna. Check out Gianna Kneepkens. You might like her.
I might have to go. She played in Utah, right?
She's not your typical white girl. You might like her.
The white girls can hoop. At least they can put their ball in the hole.
She got a little sauce to her. She a little different.
She got a little sauce.
Little bit.
She the ones that be braiding the front of their hair. You talking about them? Shout out to Vanilla. Oh Lord. I don't know. This girl right here you got on thing, she's 6'4", but like I said, I don't know who you playing over there in Slovenia. You might be playing the little Munchkin League. Let's see.
I ain't gonna play this too long because you two be hating. In fact, I saw a little trick. Let's see if it worked.
I think this the girl that Zoe highlighted one week.
Yeah, she's
that's her in the green.
She's the only she's one of the only Europeans in the draft. 6'4", could shoot, dribble a little bit. You know what I mean? She don't, like you said, Lakeisha, she don't really do anything to really jump off the screen to me. But
well, at least she can shoot the 3, it look like.
Yeah, she could shoot. She could definitely shoot.
Now, defensively, I don't know what she got going on.
Right. But she'll be another one of those players. Like I said, she's 6'4", so she really a 4. But she'll play the 3 next to Angel because of her skill set. She could play the 3.
Uh-huh.
So again, I don't know how much she could defend 3s at 6'4", but she's a 6'4" shooter. So think Fee-Bitch.
Right. That's exactly who I was.
I guess when you look at her, think Fee-Bitch.
Think Fee-Bitch. Man, I would have wanted Fee-Bitch.
Right.
Okay.
So maybe that raises.
She can shoot up beyond the arc though.
Right. Maybe that raises her draft stock for us, and we think Fee-Bitch.
Got a little step back. Okay.
Maybe we give her a chance. Right?
That's if she comes. You know, European players.
Right. Sometimes
they coming, they never come.
They don't show up. Gotta highlight Anissa. Gotta highlight Anissa. I feel like Anissa, honestly, again, I feel like this is another pick that I think would be good for the Sky if she, look, she's shooting 37%, but she don't hardly shoot them at all. So
When she took
If
some
she,
threes last night, I was like, Anissa shooting threes?
that's what I'm saying. If she actually showed people she could shoot them, I think
She
because
knocked
one
them down
one
last
one thing
night.
about Anissa, look, 36%. That's really good. PER.
Mm-hmm.
That shows how good she's playing. Defensively, she's solid on the perimeter. Not terrible. 4.5. Again, it's just a attempt rate. That's the only pause I have. If she was shooting them, I say the Sky should pick her up, but I don't think she's gonna fall to 10.
That's
I
my.
think
That's
I
what.
think Fever gonna get her. I think Fever gonna pick
Yeah,
her up.
the fever. That's a good pick for
And
the
they're gonna be a
fever.
better team for it, Uncle J. Because
Yeah,
that girl gives you something. She affects the whole floor.
and
Imagine her and Angel going at it though.
yeah.
Woo!
No, but listen, that's what I was gonna say.
They
Everybody,
coexisted before.
no, that's what I was gonna say. Everybody is talking about Angel and Flaugier, but you got to realize since Angel and Flaugier fell out, Angel said out her own mouth her favorite player on LSU was Anissa.
It is.
So if Anissa comes to Chicago, they definitely gonna make it work. But again, Anissa got to shoot the three. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna shoot the three, you're not gonna help us. So that's why I'm not saying Anissa name neither. If this was like 50%, even like 45 to 40%, I'll be like, okay. But
let me tell you something, Brooke. I'm gonna tell you another thing too. And this is just so you and I'm pretty sure both of y'all both know this already. She's in that Kim Mulkey system. And in that Kim Mulkey system, if she's playing in the post, Kim Mulkey don't really want her out there unless she gonna knock that thing down. She don't want
But
her
that's
out
what
there
I'm
at the
saying.
three.
You gotta let it fly. You can't be worried about not knocking it down. And then two, I understand Kim Mulkey got a system, and I respect Kim Mulkey because she know how to win championships. But at the same time, if I'm a player in anybody's system, I don't care if it's Kim Mulkey, anybody else, and I know I'm going to the next level, and I know I'm the size I am, whatever it is, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power, whatever size I am, I'm gonna be showcasing skills for that position on the next level. I'm gonna be preparing for that position because Anissa Merrill is 6'1", so she only could play the 3 or the 4, and she's probably gonna play the 4 at 6'1" because right now, for what we see, she's not giving me 3. She's not giving me no 3 skills. So she's probably going to be a 4 on the next level. But if you want to be versatile, you should be showing people I could play the 3 and the 4, right? I could play both positions because some of these 4s out here is 6'4", 6'5". So now
I think you gotta. I think in order to work
Lisa could
to
do
play
it, so
that
she could
3,
do it. But
I think in order to play that 3, she got to work on her handles though. She need to get her handles up.
I agree with you. So the one thing I will say is she does show a little bit of handles, free throw line, and then, but I don't never see her like 3-point line initiating like a pick and roll or something. If I see her initiating that, I would say okay. So I agree with you, Uncle Jay. She doesn't really like showcase her handles a lot. She plays more like a big. She plays like a 4. So that's why I'm projecting her, seeing her as a 4. I don't really see her playing a 3.
If she
But
get that
she's
shot,
6'1".
if she get that shot, I always say she's an upgrade for Michaela. If she get that shot to stretch the floor, if we put Michaela on the bench, we wouldn't put
she's
Anissa
definitely
Morrow on the shot.
Anissa. If Anissa can hit the 3, she definitely starting over Michaela. There ain't no question. No question about that. But so she's not 6 foot. She's 5'11". At least that's what they got her listed as. I still say her name because when I look at her on the floor, she's just as tall as the people they got listed as 6 feet. So I don't know.
What's the name?
This is AZ Fudd.
Oh, okay.
AZ Fudd.
Oh, that's my girl.
Yeah. We high on AZ. Her number's not that great. I like the 3-point rate. I like this. Her 3-point percentage is not that great, but I'm not holding that against her because she hasn't, she's coming back from injury and she hasn't played that much. So this is a be higher. I feel like if she's playing, this is be higher. 32%, 32.3 PR shows how good she's playing and a limited time she's played. She's played solid. And I actually got to give her credit for this 4.4 because like I said, but for last year, this was like a 2, or the last time she played, this was a 2. And that showed me like, oh, she's terrible. She's great on offense, terrible on defense. And the one thing I respect about her is her first play back when she got back on the floor, her first game back, was a defensive play. And that made me say, okay, she's taking it serious. Again, like I said about Gianna Kneepkens, I don't need you to be a lockdown defender. I just need you to, not be a liability out there. The fact that she's taking defense serious makes me respect her. It shows like she knows what her weaknesses is and she's trying to work on that. And even Paige Becker said that that's what she was working on. Like before she got out on the floor, she was working on her defense and trying to be a better defender. And it showed, it translated in the game. So I just want to give her credit. I highlight her that. But this just has to come up. That 33% is not great. That hasn't come up. But I love the fact that she's shooting it. Again, like I said about Elisa Merrill, I'd rather you have a low percentage and be putting them up than have a high percentage and don't shoot them at all. So I prefer this from AZ than what Anissa is showing, because I know that's going to come up anyway. Her 3-point percentage is going to definitely rise, so I'm not worried about that. But this is showing you, without the injuries, this is a player that people probably want on their team. Unfortunately, she's just injury prone, so you got to take that into account. I know this your girl, Uncle Jay. Anything you want to say about her?
No, I just wish she'd get better because I hope she don't fall out the draft. Yeah. Have to get a a training contract.
One thing I will say pertaining to that,
fall out of the first round, that's for sure.
Right, she'll probably fall out. One thing I will say to that though, Uncle J.E., pertaining to that, is I won't be mad at her. I think she should come out, but I won't be mad at her if she stay another year. If she say, you know what, I'm gonna just stay another year because I want to play a full season. Whatever her reasons it is, if she does it, I won't be mad at her. But I do want her to come out this year.
Yeah, I feel the same way because she can get another injury, man, if she go another year. You know what I mean? Yeah. At least get in the league, get your feet wet, and try to get some experience. I think staying in the college is just gonna hold it back more. You know what I mean? Because she's pro ready.
She definitely. So Sonia Citron, again, 3-point percentage is where we want it to be. 36% is great. 3-point rate, 40% of her shots come from the three. I'm not mad at that. That means she's willing to take them 40% of the time. This is not that great, right? She's only 20.6 PER, but I think this is more so due to the talent that's on her team. Sometimes when you got a stacked team, you got to do less. You just got to be a star in your role, and that's what I see from her this year. She's been in, and that's why I really like this number, right? She's sacrificing a little bit of what she can do so she can be a stopper for this team because they're trying to win a natty. So I won't hold this against her because I understand why this is lower. She's not trying to take over. You got a Hannah Hidalgo, you got a Olivia Miles, and they have a team that's like a well-oiled machine, and her job is to do this because she has the best body and skill set to be a lockdown defender more than Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo is because of her size. She's 6'1". So that's why I'm not mad at this PR right here. But so I noticed again, like I said about AZ, I know her 3 could be higher. I know her PR could be higher had she's been the person with the ball in her hands more, and she got to do more. Right, she's sacrificing for the team to do this right here. Like I said, 7 above 5, 7. That shows like she's the fact that this is better than Sanaya Rivers is impressive because Sanaya Rivers normally would be like 8.9, and she's 7, so that's not bad. So this is Sonia. Now I know this is not your girl, Uncle Jay. So anything you want to say?
I'm coming around. I'm coming. No, if the Sky take her, I'm all right with it because she's a safe pick. You know what I mean? Because you look at the numbers, she's almost 50, 40, 90, bro. Like that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I think it will translate in the W. So she plays D. We need that, and she's tall. So I don't have a problem with it. I just want Ozzy to get her on that board some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
That's all it is.
You and me both. What you were saying, Lakeisha?
It's a safe pick.
What you were saying before he went, you remember what you were saying?
No, I don't.
No, that's fine. I had cut you off because I wanted to mess with Uncle J.
Uncle J.
That's pretty. Again.
Go. Let me see. I was about to say. Let me see Paige.
I was about to say that's pretty much it. We could talk about Paige, but we know we probably not gonna get her. It's a miracle we get her.
Bro, that girl Faith ain't on there. Faith that one we was talking about earlier.
Ooh, Paige.
She's 6'2",
And she's a
6'1", 6'2".
she's a
is
senior.
41.
Yeah, she is senior.
All right, so I'll check her out next. I'm gonna check her out
Seton
next. She's not
Hall.
on this list. I'm gonna check her
Look
out
at
next.
that. 41
But look,
PER,
3
defense
point.
is
See,
6.4.
but look, this shows you again what I'm saying. Like once you understand what the numbers mean and you look, then it makes you say, because like I said, all the numbers do is give you an idea. It gives you a piece of the puzzle. The other piece is your eye test. You got to see what they're doing on the floor, right?
Yeah,
But when you
I know
just
what
look
I'm
at,
looking at.
yeah, when you look at Paige and you look at these numbers, you start to say, okay. You see, because a lot of people be trying to play her like, oh, she's not, she's not doing enough for her team this year. Yeah, 41 PER. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
44-3.
Very well-rounded player.
Very well-rounded. Look, defense. She playing 6.4. She's playing well. She's playing well. She don't have a weakness. She doesn't have a weakness, right? Like when I look at this, I don't see a weakness. And this is why she's a number one pick. Right. This is why.
That's what I was going to say. She's a number one pick. You can see why, man.
You can see why. Because look, everybody done seen Paige play, right? If you never see these numbers, you seen her play, so you know what she done on the court. Even the game against everybody saw the game against Notre Dame that UConn lost. Even in that game where she was getting lockdown defense, harassed defense, she still played. She still had solid numbers in that game. That's like that's when you know like a player for real. Like we've been talking about the defense that's on her the whole game, and then at the end of the game you look at her numbers and she still got like 20, 25 or whatever she had. You know what I'm saying? So
and she's also she also has this mindset, and no matter how much people harass me and how the team might not be doing well, she still do her thing. It don't get in her psyche. She keeps playing.
Right.
So, yeah, man, she the number 1 pick.
6 feet tall, PR. She's playing off the charts, amazing for her team, right? Defense 6.4. This DPM stands for defensive box plus minus. Defensive box plus minus. So that shows what she's doing defensively. She's playing solid defensively. She's putting up I'm not mad at 33%. 3-point shot rate. That's showing that she's shooting the ball. You know what I mean? She's shooting the ball. I would love it to be higher, but I'm not mad at 33. But the hit your shots at a 44% clip means you shooting efficient. You're shooting efficient for your team. Can't ask for nothing else. Can't ask for nothing else than that. You know what I mean? So shout out to Paige, who Dallas is getting a gem. And if Flage decide to come out to go to LA, it's just it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great for us, great for the fans.
Let me see Olivia Miles.
Let's take a look at Olivia. Let's take a look at Olivia. We can take a look at anybody I want on this list. So Olivia 5'10", right? 47% from 3. This is the person everybody said couldn't shoot, guys. She couldn't shoot, man. Right? She's shooting 39% of her shots from 3. 39% of them things. All right. Defense 6.1. Everybody sleeping on her defense. Everybody sleeping on her defense. She's playing solid on the perimeter, right? And then 29.6 PR is not bad. It's not bad at all. So again, another player that's just don't overthink
fake
it.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm about to look her up. No, because she's not on this list. I'm gonna have to look her up manually. So I'm not.
Who did you say, Uncle Jay?
Faith Mason, whatever. Masons.
What team she play for again?
Seton Hall.
Seton Hall.
That's a new girl we just found the other night.
Yeah, we about to look up her numbers right now. Seton Hall. Women's.
I'm still on the Olivia Miles train. I tell you.
Me too. Like these people sound crazy. Anybody who jumped off the train sound crazy to me. Like
I'm still on it.
To me again, that's a case of overthinking, right? Sometimes you could think if you have enough time, you could think your way out of a good decision. And that's what people doing.
I think the spark's gonna take her, and I don't want to upset us, and we got our mind on that. You know what I me?
But my thing is, if that happens,
it's on your Citron.
Right? If that happens, that's okay, right? Like she said, we have to have a backup plan. That's it. Just if that happens, it's not the end of the world. But
take
we got
Citron and move
the third pick for a reason. So we need to act like we got the third pick. There we go. This is a girl y'all talking about, 6'1", senior. Or 18. She's playing 18 points per game. Let's pull out her numbers. All right, and we come down here to advance. Right.
Okay.
Advance. Her PR this year is 30. So she's playing great this year.
Okay. Yeah, because the year before she didn't play too good for Maryland.
Yeah. She wasn't really. But this year, see, these numbers always scare me because it's like I hate when you have a senior and you have a player who never really dominated, but they come out they senior year dominating everybody. I don't know how much that really is about you or about your age, about your confidence, as you done been here 3, 4, in her case 5 times, right? So it's like you probably, it's easy to dominate. You done seen this 5 times already. Like the people who impress me is the people that's doing it in a sophomore season or their freshman season, because it's like, okay, you coming out the gate with a little bit of something to you.
But look at her
when you
defense.
wait till you a senior, see?
Her defense, I think, is
not that great. 3.7.
Ooh.
Not that great. You know what I'm saying?
So she can shoot the rock, but she can't guard nobody.
Exactly. She a cone on defense.
I don't know, Uncle Jay.
Nah, I passed it.
But you see why? That's why I like looking at these stats, because again, the eye test mixed with the stats will tell you a lot. If you just look at one, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose yourself. But if you mix the stats with the eye test, it's gonna be like, okay, it's gonna tell you a little bit about a player. So again, shout out to, like I said, this tells me a lot when I look at her from her freshman year to her senior year. She really never played that great until now. She picking it up now in her super senior year, because even her last year when she been a senior. According to this, she's been a senior for 3 years.
6th year.
Yeah, she's been a senior for 3 years.
Miss Keisha, that's what I said. She's been in the league 6. She's been playing 6 years in college. That's crazy.
And she never dominated before this year.
She would be a 2nd-year pro right now.
Right.
And that's why I said she looked kind of suspect, because she went from 6 points a game to now she averaging like 18, 19 points a game.
And now you got to translate that to the WNBA. So that 18, 19 about to go back down to 7.
To like 9, 7, 8, 9, yeah.
Look how long it took her to develop to this player we saw last night. It took us 6 years.
Yeah. Hey, but shout out to her. Listen. What I always say when we see players like this, if you want to know if it's real, like you said, who she played last night that got y'all so excited. LSU. Keep watching her against teams like that, because she might listen. Some players is late bloomers, so she might have just hit. She might have just hit it like a switch, and is on an upward trajectory. You never know. So the next time Seton Hall, keep your eye on Seton Hall and see who they playing and see what she do. Right? If she stink it up, and that's what I'm doing.
Defense,
there we go. That's what I'm doing with Gianna Kneepkens. Before I really start I'm saying her name just to put it out there. Before I really push the button on Gianna Kneepkens, I gotta see her against these teams. And I gotta see what listen, the first time I see her against these teams and she really show out, it's a wrap. I'm saying Gianna, and I don't care what nobody got to say about it, but I gotta see it. I gotta see it. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna go too crazy right now, but I gotta see it. All right, we're gonna switch to the next topic. That was a pretty cool topic.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna
we back where we were. Olivia and Sonya.
That's a fact.